It's the final round of the season. We're in Lyon in Mexico and we're down on the start line ahead of MX2 qualifying. Let's take a word with Tim Geiser. Tim, if I can disturb you for a second. Tim, you could easily be called our Rookie of the Year. You scored 5 podiums, the latest of which came last weekend in Brazil, and it was there where you got your first race win. Talk to me about Brazil.
Yeah, the Saturday was not so good. I have two nasty crash, but anyway, I didn't give up, and then going the first race, I didn't have the best start. But anyway, then I was already 5th, and then make small crash in the corner, and then finish 7th, not so bad. But in the second race, I have also bad start, around 10th place, and then yeah, slowly start pass riding and finish first. So I was really happy about that.
Congratulations to you. What's been your best moment of the season?
Best moment for sure when I came in the lead last week and yeah, and lead the race, so that was the best moment.
So the final round of the year, you're currently in 5th in the championship with the possibility still to maybe move up a couple of places, but could you imagine this is where you were going to finish at the start of the season?
Actually, I didn't believe that I will be so, yes, in the top 5, but anyway, it was a good season, make some podiums and yeah, good races, so very good.
A modest crowd on Saturday in Lyon as Jeffrey Hurlings made his long-awaited return to MX2 competition at the final round of the FIM MX2 Motocross World Championship. Walking with a bit of a limp, he was having to take a position pretty unfamiliar to him actually at the other end of the start line, because free practice he refused to go out. Time training he did no more than 2 laps, was somewhere like 39 seconds off the pace, just pretty much cruising around the lap. But Jordi Tixier was fastest in time training on the Red Bull KTM. Half a second faster than Romain Fevre on the Wilvo Nastan Husqvarna and Dylan Ferrandis on the CLS Kawasaki. Glenn Coldenhoff was 4th, and the bike at Yamaha Cosworth of Max Anstey was 5th. In the qualifying race, it was a lightning start for 911 Jordi Tixier, but it was a standing construct KTM of Valentin Guyot who hit the stripe first. He spun up on the exit. That allowed Tixier to go through. Wasn't all plain sailing, had to nail it down by the time he got to the 3rd turn, and then after that Tixier got his head down, leaving Guyot and the 2 Kawasaki's of Ferrandis and Covington in 3rd and 4th, as on board here with Romain Fevre on the Husqvarna trying to hold on to 5th on the opening lap. Behind Fevre was the Suzuki of Glenn Coldenhoff, Arnold Tonis and Alexander Tonkov, with Geiser just behind them. And as we look on board here with Julian Liebe, you see how hard Geiser was having to work to find a way past Boutron at the end of the back straight. That moved him up into 10th position, Tim Geiser. But Jordi Tixier in no mood for hanging around at this final round. Guiding his KTM neatly through all the turns here, as Guyot and the rest gave chase. Max Anstey didn't make a great start. He was down in 12th for the first 3 laps as Jeffrey Hurlings up on the pegs and cruising, just like he was in the time training session, doing the absolute minimum on Saturday. Tixier started to pull clear of Guyot as Ferrandis started to apply the pressure in 3rd. Jeffrey Hurlings pulled out after just 2 laps. No such problems for his teammate, sending out a very strong message to Jeffrey Hurlings in this qualifying race as the battle for 5th intensified between Coldenhoff and Fevre. Fevre would eventually find a way back through, making a route around the outside and then squaring off neatly past the Suzuki rider, who still had a lot of work to do, Romain Fevre, before making the pass stick. Jeremy Seewer was also well placed in 9th place, and would eventually come home to finish in 8th. Just saw Christophe Charlier go through. He eventually came home in 11th position on a track that was pretty fast in the qualifying race. Max Anstey there, saw him in 12th. He eventually pulled out after about 5 laps. A problem with the rear shock after over-jumping one of the many big jumps around this Lyon circuit. Fevre, though, was probably the man on the move. The Wilvo Nastan Husqvarna squeezed the American Thomas Covington. That got him up into 4th position. Then he went after Dylan Ferrandis as the Husqvarna team looked on from pit lane. Fevre then found a way past Guyot and then went after Ferrandis. Guillaume lost a couple of positions in quick succession towards the end of the moto. But how smooth was Jordi Tixier on the Red Bull KTM? Stefan Everts looking on. He has a difficult job this weekend, the MX2 Red Bull KTM team manager. Ferrandis and Fevre, second and third in the race, and they will be fighting for third overall in the championship on Sunday. Fevre currently holds that advantage over his fellow countryman Ferrandis here on the CLS Kawasaki. Fevre got close to Dylan Ferrandis, but that was about as close as it got, as the man in green kept a very close eye on the Husqvarna rider Colden Hoff. He was running in sixth place on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki, but made a mistake 2 laps from home that dropped him down into 12th after making the most of a good start. Tixier was on another level in this qualifying race, doing everything right, staying out of trouble, letting these two guys here get on with the battle for second position, Ferrandis and Fevre. But in the end, it was Tixier who crossed the line. Ferrandis was second, Fevre third, Guillaume Covington rounding out the top 5.
Jordi, you took control of that qualifying race from the early stages of it and rode to your first pole of the season, I think. Well done.
Yeah, you know, already in type practice I had a really good feeling on the track, and I had a good start. I get a whole shot, and after I tried to push, but I forgot to breathe a little bit, so at the end it was a little bit difficult, but anyway, I win it. It's the third win of the weekend, and this one is already for my brother, and hopefully I can do the same tomorrow, and get well soon, buddy. I love you.
Best of luck for the race tomorrow. Well done. Dylan, second in qualifying. Tell me how it went out there for you.
It's good. It's always good to ride good on Saturday, but the race is Sunday. You can make first or last the Saturday. The Sunday it's a different day. But today I feel good. The track is really special. The dirt is so strange. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's we don't know what is if it's dirt or not, and it's really special. I took a good start. I'm happy because since a long time I didn't took a good start like this. Jordi make a good race, and tomorrow I hope to have a nice battle with all the Frenchies.
Best of luck for tomorrow. Well done. Romain, coming off that absolutely fantastic win last weekend in Brazil, but we're now here in Mexico, and as we've just heard from Dylan, the track's a bit different here. How did you find it?
Yeah, for the qualifying race I took not a good start, so yeah, I was about maybe 8 something, and I make some pass in the first lap, and I was 4th, and I make some good pass on Guillaume and Covington, so I was 3rd, and I followed the race Ferrandis and Tixier. So yeah, the track is pretty good. Yeah, you have many roads, so easy to pass, and I hope tomorrow I will take a better start.
Well done.